Hi, this is Terry Brock with terrybrock.com. Hey, I'm so excited to share with you an idea that I had today and really important about relationship marketing and something you don't hear a lot referred to in that, and it's discipline. It's very important because without discipline, you really don't get as much done with relationship marketing. I got the idea when I was this morning here. I'll tell you, I'm going to show you, I'm right here in my study. I was listening with these wonderful Backbeat Pro Plus headphones that I've got like this. I was going around listening to my podcast that I love listening to while I'm doing the morning routine and getting breakfast ready. And I was listening to The Art of Manliness with Brett McKay. He's got a podcast out that if you haven't listened to it, I really encourage you to listen to it, particularly if you're a guy, but women also can gain a lot from it as well. But he was interviewing Steve Camp, who is a person that works with a lot of video games and talks about achieving what you need in life. And he said something I thought was really good when he said, and I'm quoting here, he said, one of the important things to remember in life is the phrase to screw motivation, cultivate discipline. Screw motivation, cultivate discipline. I thought, that's a little bit coarse, but hey, it really is true. And I like the way that he used cultivate, because cultivating is more like the analogy I talk about in my book, Relationship Marketing, that we ought to think of it as relationship farming. Matter of fact, hey, just happen to have a book over here in my study here, the Relationship Marketing, shameless plug here, Relationship Marketing. It's not about the e-commerce, it's about the r-commerce, not all the electronics, but the relationships. But it's what I think about what Steve said, don't worry about all the motivation. Too often, we only do something when we feel motivated. We feel like, okay, I'm feeling good, I can do it. That's dangerous. What you want to do is to cultivate, keyword, cultivate discipline. That means you do it all the time, even when you don't feel like it, or maybe I should say, especially when you don't feel like it. That is the real key to getting ahead. And in relationships, it means that. So that means what you got to do is be disciplined in the initial contact, how you're going to connect with important people that you really want to be with. That means both online and offline in today's world. Think about the strategy you're going to have. Often my partner Gina and I will work with people to cultivate the strategy that works best for them. And here's a really important one. The second one, follow up. Make sure you're disciplined in follow-up. That doesn't mean being obnoxious. It doesn't mean giving a bunch of junk to people. We see that often with autoresponders. You sign up for an ebook and then suddenly you get swamped with a bunch of stuff you don't want. Now, there's a way to do it gently and so that it's persuasive, but you got to do it in the right way. And then third, very important, and this is really important, write this down, consistent value provider. Consistently provide value, and that's value is something that's valuable to them as they determine what is valuable. So work on those things. Think about it. We're going to not worry so much about the motivation and getting all hyped up and jumping up or down and going, oh, I'm motivated to do this. Well, that when it comes, that's good. Enjoy it, but get that discipline in there by cultivating it. Really work on that. And by the way, here's a bonus I want to throw in as well. Something that's very important that I talk about in the book a little bit, but we don't hear a lot about it in relationship marketing also, is weeding. Just like in farming, weeding and getting rid of the things you don't want, the items that are growing, the relationships that are there in business are the same way. We want to make sure that we have good relationships, focus on people who are adding value, believe in a mutually beneficial value for value relationships. Have you noticed in life, there's too many people out there that think they're just going to take from you all the time. I can think of a few people I know that they just want to take. They're never giving anything, never believe in a value. They just feel like you owe them something because they happen to be on the planet. Well, these are the kind of people that you want to politely let them know they're not wanted around. So we can work with that. Now, watch for a lot of good things. I got another announcement I want to give you. I'm going to start doing a lot more blabs from blab.im. If you haven't looked into that, get into it. It's really great little technology. And I'm going to start doing a lot more of those. I want you to be aware of that. Watch for it. And if you've got some notes, by all means, I want to hear from you. Terry@terrybrock.com is my email address. And I'm over on Facebook at Marketer Terry Brock. So Facebook.com/Marketer Terry Brock. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So remember, embrace the discipline in relationship marketing, and that will help you to achieve the success that you want.